Here is a real customer email. It rambles. It buries the order number mid-sentence, wraps the refund in politeness, and throws in a question about a milk frother. By the end of this video, 14 lines of code will turn this exact email into a clean, typed database record. You will see the naive version crash, see why JSON mode only half fixes it, and learn the trick that makes the format physically guaranteed. Every file you see is real and runnable, and the link is below. Quick note before we dig in. If you find this useful, subscribe and drop a topic you want explained in the comments. Now, let us get into it. First, let us fail the way everyone fails on day one. Here is the obvious approach. We send the email to the model and just ask nicely, extract the order ID, amount, and reason as JSON. 10 lines, 1 request. We ask for 3 fields, the order ID, the amount, and the reason. That last line takes the model's reply and hands it straight to a JSON parcel. Reasonable, right? Watch what actually comes back. The model did find everything, but it wrapped the answer in a friendly sentence and a markdown fence. The parcel hits the word sure and dies on line 1. This is the core problem. In the last episode, we nudged the format with examples, and for a human reader, that is fine. Code is not a human reader. Code needs a specific field with a specific name holding a specific type every single time. So the industry built 2 levels of enforcement, and they are not the same thing. Level 1 is called JSON mode. It is one switch in the request. With that response format line, the model is guaranteed to emit valid JSON. No greeting, no fences, no missing bracket. The parser will never crash again. But look carefully at what came back in the comment. Valid JSON, wrong shape. It invented its own field names, stored the amount as a string with the currency glued on, and added a sentiment field nobody asked for. Dana's sister's frother question is in there too. Syntactically perfect, practically useless. JSON mode guarantees the container, not the contents. Level 2 is the one worth remembering, and it goes by the name structured outputs. Instead of asking for JSON, you hand the model a schema, a contract that spells out the exact shape you require. This is the whole extractor. The pedantic class at the top is the contract. Order is text, amount is a number, reason is text, refund goes to a named method. The parse call holds the model to it. What comes back is not a string you hope is right. It is a typed object with exactly those 4 fields ready to insert into a database. Run it on Dana's email and you get order A58291, amount $249.99 as a real number, reason too loud. The frother question is simply not extracted because the schema has no field for it. The schema did not just format the output, it focused it. Now the part most videos skip. How is a guarantee even possible from a machine that generates freely? Remember from episode 5 that a model writes 1 token at a time, choosing from a probability list at every step. Constrained decoding reaches into that exact moment. The schema compiles into a mask over the vocabulary. At each step, every token that would violate the shape is deleted from the menu before the model picks. If the next thing must be a number, no letter is even available to choose. The model is not being trusted to comply. It is physically unable to do anything else. That is the entire secret, and it costs almost nothing at inference time. This works the same way across the stack. OpenAI calls it structured outputs, exactly as in the code you just saw. Anthropic's Claude reaches the same guarantee through tool use, which is next episode's whole story. And if you run models locally with a llama, as we set up in episode 7, the format parameter accepts a JSON schema and the engine enforces it with a grammar. The same masking idea, running on your own machine for free. One honest warning before you ship this. The guarantee covers the shape, never the truth. If Dana had typed the wrong order number, the model would hand you that wrong number, perfectly typed in the right field. A schema cannot notice that $249.99 should have been $219. So in production, you still validate values. Does this order ID exist? Is the amount within refund policy? Structured output ends the fight with the packaging, and that is exactly all it ends. Here's how to use this today. Grab the 4 files from this episode at the repo below. Swap the email for any messy text you deal with. Support tickets, invoices, meeting notes, resumes. Write a pedantic class with the 3 or 4 fields you wish you had in a spreadsheet and run it. That is a working extraction pipeline before your coffee cools, and it is the single most deployed pattern in applied AI right now. What you learned today? Plain prompting cannot be parsed reliably. JSON mode guarantees valid JSON, but not your shape. A schema guarantees the exact shape. Constrained decoding is the mechanism that makes it physical, and the shape guarantee is never a truth guarantee. Next comes the payoff of this machinery. The same trick, a model emitting a precise structure instead of prose, is how a model asks to use a tool, check the weather, query a database, send an email. That is function calling. It is where models stop talking and start doing, and it is next. That is the core of it. If this helped, hit like and subscribe, ring the bell for the next deep dive, and tell me in the comments what you want broken down next. Thanks for watching.